Hello everyone and welcome to the Ice Pack Show of the Twin Cities. We are live from Studio 24 in downtown Minneapolis. Now this is a show that talks about everything cool in the Twin Cities, what's happening, what's live, and everything that you guys care about and want to know about, from celebrity gossip to Twin Cities events, great interviews, and much, much more. Tonight we have Twin Cities comedian, Miss Shannon, who's going to join us at the last half of the show. We're very excited to have her in studio, so you want to stay tuned for that. Now, I am your host, John Marino, and my co-hosts tonight are Celebrity Gossip, Missy Germain, yay! Twin Cities comedian, Greg Coleman, yay! And socialite, JD Dershuk. All right, here we go.
Hey, Twin Cities.
Now, before we get started and everything like that, what I want to talk to you guys about is the audience. You guys are very important to the show. So you guys can interact with the show at any given time, and you can tweet us at The Ice Pack without a C, or you can leave comments on Facebook, and we'll be sure to include those throughout the show because, again, your interaction is very important to the show, and that's the whole point, really. So we will be responding to your comments, suggestions, questions, what have you, throughout the show, and also when we are sitting down with Miss Shannon. If you have any questions you want to ask specifically, please tweet it out, hashtag #TheIcePack. We'll make sure to include it and ask that question for you on the show.
Just with a K, let's remind them.
That's right, The Ice Pack with a K, without a C.
Too cool for that C.
Also, when you guys are out and about in the Twin Cities, or and see something or someone, celebrity, whatever, and you want to give a shout out on the Ice Pack, please let us know. Do a hashtag The Ice Pack. Let us know. We are following all of your guys' tweets who follow us and have joined the pack because we want to stay tuned in to everything that's happening. And so that includes celebrities, personalities,
so you see Greg at the grocery store, you know.
Yeah, come buy me some groceries, man. I'm for real, because I'm hungry, but seriously, we are following your tweets.
Yeah.
Even like right here, we had our follower talking about a new restaurant that opened up in the Mall of America at Danica, I'm butchering your name. Danica Toscano, but she was talking about Toscano.
Dania Toscano.
Dania Toscano was talking about, what was it? Miwa sushi.
Masa sushi.
Masa sushi. I'm telling you, I'm a butcher it. But she was talking about sushi. We know this
at the
now.
Mall of America.
At the Mall of America. There was also, who was our friend?
Northeast. It was in Northeast right now, and they opened a new location in Mall of America.
Check that out.
Really appreciate her tweeting out the new picture of that.
Yeah, that looks super dope. And then it looks, I'm going to eat it. I can't say it, but I'm going to eat it. I am going to eat it. And then also you guys have been sharing pics. Like we saw, Jenny Lutenberg was out in the waters of Lake Minnetonka.
Nice.
So we are watching your tweets. Obviously, Britta Dwyer always tweeting us at the Ice Pack. We watch your tweets. So hit us up. Ice Pack. Ice Pack. The Ice Pack. The Ice Pack.
The Ice Pack.
The Ice Pack.
Hey, and then with Britta, she tweeted us from Shanghai Bistro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
She didn't bring me any food back.
And I would like to, I'd like to give a shout out to Thurby, who took a picture of our sponsor Calvin and Cleo's Bloody Mix on Saturday. I think we've got a little bit of it over here. That salsa is amazing.
Shameless plug.
I think that we need to not have that out every week before we start the show because I'm pretty sure I'm going to start gaining weight if we keep eating those chips.
And I butcher names when I drink that stuff. So. But thank you, I love it.
But thanks for joining the pack, and thank you to Calvin and Cleo's. And then also a huge shout out and thanks to Davis with an extra S. Who was watching the show last week at Trig's Restaurant, also a great place to go eat. And they took a twit pic and shared it as they were watching on their iPad. So hopefully we've got them watching again this week out at Trig's. And any of you that are watching, take a twit pic of yourself watching tonight and tweet us at the Ice Pack. And always use the hashtag the Ice Pack. So thank you.
Yeah,
we love our fans.
Speaking of twit pics, our first guest, Tony Fly, making it super duper sad when he was twit picking pictures of his cats that he had to lay down.
The Last Supper.
The Last Supper. That's
sad.
what it was. But he gave
That
him
was
some
sad.
good food, though. You know, he had to put the cats
He had
down.
a tough day on Saturday.
I don't even want to think of that. Pets become part of your family. Like my dog, I have a fur child. You know, I
Right.
may not have children, but I have a fur child.
Okay.
I know that that's tough when you have to put an animal down. It becomes part of the family.
I've done that. I actually had 2 cats about 8 years ago, and I had 2 cats, and I had to put them down, and it was extraordinarily tough. So my heart goes out to Tony Fly, who had to do that on Saturday with him and his family. And thank you for sharing the pick, and we appreciate you being part of the pack. So.
Yeah.
Michael Vick, never mind.
No, don't go there.
No,
Don't go there. Don't go there.
All right. Well, as we said every week, we're going to be watching your Twit picks and reading your tweets and seeing what you guys are doing on the Twin City, and we're going to feature some of the best stuff that we see from our fans and our who've joined the pack online. And thank you for everyone doing that on Facebook and Twitter, because you are so much a part of the show. You guys have no idea, and we appreciate you very much. Now, with that said, we're going to move on to our very first segment. Yes, which is Celebrity Gossip with our own celebrity blogger, Missy Germain, who's got all the know of what's going on in and around Hollywood. So, Missy, fill us in on some of the hottest topics that's going on right now.
Fill us in, lady.
Okay, well, we're going to need to talk a lot about the Jacksons, but let's first just quickly talk about Mariah Carey being signed on to American Idol. So she replaced one of the judges. J-Lo and Steve and Tyler are gone now, so she got an...
No, I'm just giving it up for Nick Cannon. He's getting American Idol money now through Mariah.
$18 million.
He's got America's Got Talent and American Idol.
I don't think he's getting all that much from America's Got Talent.
He's good at
No,
that
but
show.
Mariah, he's getting Mariah money.
He's double dipping in the reality world.
But anyways, yeah.
Okay,
that's
so
balling.
who do you think the next judge should be?
I would really like to see Aretha Franklin on there, to tell you the
What?
truth.
Are you kidding?
I really
Next
would.
to Mariah Carey?
Oh, well, I know they picked Mariah
What are you
Carey.
talking about?
Look,
Did
this
you
is
read
my
that on Bitten and
opinion.
Bound? Because we have a story about that on Bitten and Bound.
Well,
Really?
She wants to be on it.
Who, Aretha?
I've
Really?
I've heard that there was like interest in her. I completely co-sign the idea. I think it brings another.
Well, there
well,
you go.
I do. I think it brings another dimension to the show. To be honest, like, and if you think about it, Aretha Franklin. I mean, I know she's got fans across the board, all different ages and demographics, but she does have an older crowd as well that is a fan of her. So I think it could also bring some of the viewers back that maybe have lost interest. As I mean, how long has American Idol been on? Like,
You
10,
know who
12
I like to
years?
see?
This will be the 12th season coming up.
So
We got to
10, 12
move you guys. So who do you want?
I don't know, throw a rapper on there or something.
that
Don't
could
call
be
Nelly.
interesting,
He's
too.
not doing nothing. I want to see Exhibit on there. Pimp American Idol. Bring Exhibit on. X. That's what I want to see.
Okay.
I got an idea. All right, you guys probably won't like this, but Eddie Murphy. I mean, that guy can be critical of anybody who is not doing well. So Eddie Murphy, that's my vote.
He's too busy making animal shows.
Oh, no.
And
Eddie
running around
Murphy
with
is
Rossi.
hilarious and also
Isn't
very
Jamie
honest.
Rossi from 106 in Park, the old 106 Rossi?
Roxy, I heard about it.
Yeah,
I want to hear
with
about
Eddie.
this Jackson
Okay, let's
thing.
talk
let's
about the
move on.
Jacksons.
Oh,
Just-
man.
But
It's
hey,
huge.
out there, why don't you guys let us know who you think should be another American Idol judge?
Yeah.
okay?
Absolutely.
Send us in. We'll see what you guys think. Somebody else, please say Aretha Franklin, please. All right, keep
Well, I'll
going.
be interested to see if somebody says that. Okay, the Jackson saga changes by the minute. So since I've gotten here, it's already changed more. So let's just quickly say that Katherine Jackson has been missing for 10 days now.
Was she really missing, though?
Well,
Or was that a planted story?
Yeah.
okay, so she's been gone. She went down to Arizona, and they're saying that Janet, Jermaine, and Randy kidnapped her, brought her to a spa. They said that she had a mini stroke and that she was supposed to be, of no contact. So there was no phone, there was no media, nothing. So she had no idea that her young granddaughter was tweeting every day saying, "Where's my grandma? I want my grandma to come home." Okay.
Which is Paris, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, I really like Paris a lot.
Okay.
I like her outspoken. I like that
Why is
she's...
that?
It's fantastic.
She's a man of her own.
Yep. And yesterday,
What's her Twitter handle?
Paris Jackson.
Paris Jackson, okay.
Miss Jackson, if you're nasty.
That's her aunt
Oh, yeah,
Janet,
my bad.
who, by the way,
Yeah, what's going on with that?
reportedly slapped her yesterday and tried to rip her cell phone out of her hand.
I saw the video
That's
footage
so,
of
yes.
this.
You can slap your niece and you can slap
No,
your niece.
no, you can't.
You
She
can,
got-
I've been slapped by all my friends'
I
parents.
didn't see the slap, but I did see her try to take the phone out of her hand. I saw the video footage of that.
Right.
I'm okay with that.
Did you notice that
Come here.
Janet? Did you notice Janet was taping on her
Yes.
camera?
Yes.
phone
Her
line?
brother the whole
Yeah,
time.
the whole time they were doing all
It's
this.
disgusting.
So,
Okay.
but why is all this?
Okay,
What is this?
it
about?
all
The money.
started
The money.
when, like I said, Jermaine, Randy, and Janet all signed a petition to ask the executors of the will, Michael Jackson's will, to step down. Because that will, they're the only ones, the executors and Michael Jackson's children are the only one that get any money
Right.
from it. They're saying that this has nothing to do with money, and they're not. Yes, it does.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like $1 billion.
But they're like- but they're all
And
rich,
now
though.
last
Yeah.
night,
No, they're not as rich as
Brothers-
Michael Jackson.
no.
Rich. No.
and the
One of them, I forget which one, is only worth like $250,000.
oh
Really?
no,
Mhm.
right,
Yeah.
they're not all worth that kind of
Yeah.
money. We're talking billions here that
Yeah.
they're fighting over.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the children deserve the money. Do these other brothers and sisters? No. And
They
this,
deserve some of it. Jackson 5. Jackson 5. Them kids didn't do. Them kids weren't out the Apollo.
Here's my
Them kids weren't on
My
tour.
thing- my
Them
thing
kids
is-
ain't write no song.
The Jacksons have earning potential, okay? They could just go out and work for it like everybody else. And you know, the kids, on the other hand, that's what Michael wanted. Michael wanted to
Sing
give
a
the
song
money.
that the Jackson 5 is written. You could do it.
All right,
Sing
it's
something
sad
that
how
kids
they're
wrote.
going about it, though. It's really
No.
sad how the family.
I agree,
okay,
Jamie.
well, let's talk about. Okay, so finally, last night, Catherine's lawyer went down to the spot. They would not let him speak with her, but he made them. Janet was there at the spa, and he made them have her call the kids. So she called the kids last night and came home today. Now, early this morning, TJ, who's been staying with them, who is Tito's son, he's in his 30s.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one that reported,
he
right?
was given guardianship of those kids today. So
I
as of
heard.
today, she temporarily lost guardianship of those kids. Now, I
Is
want to
he the
finish
same
this
one that
before we get
reported
cut.
her missing, though?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yep. And he's been living with that
Yeah.
family for quite some time, and the kids.
So it looks like he actually is out for the best interest.
Well, it seems like that, but now I don't trust anyone.
Oh, okay.
Well, now Catherine was on the news tonight, or said that she was never kidnapped. And, okay, first of all, those children are her responsibility. She just up and left those kids for 10 days without them knowing. Now she's saying she just needed a little getaway. And that she was never missing. What?
I'll say.
What do
okay.
you mean?
All right.
Kids get on
So
nerves.
there will be more details at bitandbound.com,
Yes.
which is Missy Germain's celebrity gossip website for all you guys who are interested in this story and a lot more details that she
much.
has not covered on
So much more.
so much more.
Missy will be up all night working on this story.
Go to bitandbound.com, check out the blog. She's got all the details and much more on this story and lots of other gossip. So all you guys who love the celebrity gossip, stay tuned for that.
Her family.
I know. Please go to her site and then go to my fan page because I want to talk about it. I'm gonna tell you everything. Greg Coleman Comedy on Facebook. Please, because we're gonna talk about this. I want to talk about this with you guys. I'm sorry. No, go on
So
back with you.
get the story from there and find the commentary from Greg Coleman Comedy on.
Give Tito some money.
Hey, we appreciate you guys and all the love that you give the show. So right now,
Coming up.
we're going to take a break. Coming up in our next segment is everything that's going on and what's happening in the Twin Cities with JD. She's going to fill us in on everything happening. And also, later in the show, we got Miss Shannon, Twin Cities comedian and funny girl, sitting down with us, telling us all the real deal of what's going on and what is truly happening in the Twin Cities. She's got all that, and stay tuned for that. So first, we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we'll have all that. Enjoy the comic video break by Dane Cook right now. And when we come back, we're going to keep it going live here. Stay tuned for more.
Every once in a while, you might have a one-night stand that's actually, all right, pretty decent. I had one, and I'm not trying to be braggadocious, but I'd like to talk about it. Follow along. So one night, I see this girl up at a club. I go up to the bar, and we start chat-chitting for a little bit, and yeah, I flip that shit. They're just words. They don't control us. Not anymore. I go up to this girl, and we start talking, and I'm getting vibe, you guys. I'm getting positive vibe. If I play my cards right, I could have some sexual tonight. I invite this girl back to my place. And the key is, and any girl will tell you this, guys, comfort. A woman needs to feel completely comfortable when she's back at your place, okay? It should feel like it's her place. That's how comfortable she should be. Don't ever do this. Here's an example of what not to do. A girl comes into your place the first time. Don't ever lock the door and go, welcome to the jungle, baby. You're gonna die. I'm just fucking around. Come here, let's box. No, don't do that. That's just one example of what not to do. So now I'm back in my place with this girl, and we go up into my bedroom. And at this point, we start to do one of my favorite things. We start to make out. We are making out. And, yeah, yes. Thank you, sluts. We are making out, and this is how I make out. I have a system to the way I make out. I do the swivel. I swivel. I do the pivot. I'm like a fucking metronome when I make out. Some guys stay in one place. I don't do that. Right when you think you know me, I'm in the West. And I know all the little tricks. I suck your lip. I bite it gently. I hold your skull like a predator. What the hell are you? I like to whisper shit in your ear too. You don't even know what I'm saying. I whisper little haikus and whatnots in there. I just get in your ear. I'll be like, taste the rainbow. That's hot. That's hot. So now here's where things start getting a little strange.
Thanks for being with us. Now next up is our What's Happening segment. And to cover everything going on in the Twin Cities, we have our very own JD from Miss Style Group. Yay! How's everything going?
Good. I have a little cold, but I'm still here, and I am very excited to tell you guys about this week's ice picks. So, and there's going to be something special at the end of all this, so stay tuned. So first up, this week I want to tell you about Thursday, tomorrow night, is the Independent Filmmaker Project's 25th anniversary. And as we know, Minnesota is really rich in the culture and film and whatnot, so this is kind of a cool event. It's 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. tomorrow night at Hell's Kitchen. It's hosted by Chris Dotson. There'll be a silent auction, a wine wall, music, and then they're doing the public premiere of Minnesota Mean.
Oh, so Minnesota Mean?
Yeah. So
what's that about?
It'll be the first. I called today to get some more information on it. Unfortunately, I could not reach the directors of this, but my guess is that this is a parody on Minnesota Nice. So,
because everybody really truly is nice in Minnesota.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see. So I don't have the full scoop on what Minnesota Mean is about, but I will say that it sounds entertaining. So that's down at Hell's Kitchen, and there'll be more information up on the icepack.com about that. This is actually another event that's going on tomorrow night for all of the foodies out there that watch the Ice Pack. Are you a foodie? I'm a foodie. We know you're a foodie.
Hey.
I don't mean that in a mean way. I meant because he said he liked the sushi. Yeah. So Well, here's this tomorrow night. 7th annual Taste of the Twin Cities at TCF Stadium.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. tomorrow night. This is a 21-plus event. It is $50, but listen to what you get for $50. Over 15 wines from around the world are going to be featured, and 20 of the best independent restaurants in the Twin Cities.
Okay.
So what you get is a 20-course food and wine pairing.
I don't think I can do that.
For $50.
Yeah. I'd have to bring some family members just to help out to make sure I clear the 20.
But I mean, and you get to keep, and you get to keep a...
Do you get a doggy bag?
I don't know about that.
I'm going to bring a Ziploc bag and just keep on.
They do give you your wine glass to keep, though. It's a crystal wine glass that you get to keep from all your wine sampling. So, I mean, for $50, I think that's a great deal for all
that is a great deal.
If you don't drop your glass, it's a bonus.
I spent $50 at White Castle, so I definitely would do that.
Well, then you should go. So we'll also have that up on the icepack.com. And then for all of the pre-teens out there, I'm sure a lot of parents will be taking their children to this. Is your daughter into Big Time Rush? Because she's a teenager, right?
I do not think
I met
so.
those
No.
guys. There's some
No.
cool
Oh, you
dudes.
have?
Yeah.
Okay,
Big Time Rush. I might be in big trouble. Maybe she is, and I just don't know.
Well, you'll have to ask her
Just
tonight.
say
But
yes.
these are the Nickelodeon. they're Nickelodeon stars. Big Time Rush. This is at the Target Center Saturday night, 7 o'clock. There's still tickets available, $25 to $65. It's featuring X Factor finalist Rachel Crow is going to be opening, and then he's like the Justin Bieber of Australia, Cody Simpson. So
Oh, yeah.
he's actually a cutie.
That's
So-
crazy. Last year, Big Time Rush was performing at a water park.
Yes, I remember
I remember
that.
that.
I remember that.
And now they're
And now they're at Target Center.
Yes.
Amazing.
Are they like One Direction? Is that a...
Kinda like that.
Yeah, kinda like that,
Next
yeah.
year's show already for that.
Kind of like that. Yeah. So that's Saturday night. Now, for all of you older people that are like in the 20
old people.
No.
You old 20-year-olds.
I mean those that don't want to go to Nickelodeon events. Okay. Maxim magazine is doing their what was that?
I want to go.
Maxim magazine.
All I said
Breaking
is
on
Maxim
in.
magazine. Right? Exactly. Well, I have been fortunate enough. JD Style Group is actually a part of this event. We've been fortunate enough to help hiring some of the models for this event. So. This is Saturday night. It's 9 o'clock. Doors open at 9. It's at the Poorhouse. Maxim Magazine Summer Splash 2012.
Right down the street from Studio 24 here.
Yes, so I have a little inside scoop because I am a part of the production of this. We're going to be featuring a water slide in the alley.
At the Poorhouse.
At the Poorhouse.
There's a
You guys are with me. You're good.
Yeah, have an intern. Hey,
That's
do that for me,
Deepak's
intern.
place. Deepak Nath, right?
Deepak and Jay. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So okay, and then I always have
This
my.
is a huge event, Maxim.
Oh yeah, this is big time. So.
A water slide. I gotta see that.
I'm pretty excited about
Oh, yeah.
tomorrow night. We've
My
got
thumb.
tomorrow night is
Yeah.
the model casting call for Maxim.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, can I get on that, Joe? Can I
Here's
get on
that.
Tryouts?
It's done at the Poorhouse tomorrow night. Yeah, tryouts for any models out there watching. If you are interested, we are doing tryouts tomorrow night at the Poorhouse between 7 and 9 p.m.
Are you covering that as well?
I will be down there for a brief time. Yes, I'll be down there. I will
I'll
not
be
be
down
trying
there,
out, but I will
I'll
not.
be down there too. Big girl, show up. You know how I like you. Yeah.
I'm not trying out, but I'll be there. All right, my last two ice picks of the week. I always got to give you something free. I've got two free ones for you this week. The Caribbean community is putting on Kari Fest this coming Saturday, 11 to 8 p.m. This is at the River Parkway by Boom Island.
Yep, right on West River Road.
Exactly. They're going to have traditional food out there, music. There's a parade. So it's kind of, the Caribbean Fest in Brazil. It's huge. They're bringing a little bit of that to Minneapolis. I'm excited. I'll be at that during the day as
And
well.
it's a great place to bring your family too.
It is.
Bring them on out
It's
to
very much a
Minneapolis.
family event, definitely. So we've got that going on Saturday, the Kari Fest. Information will be up on the ice pack. And then my last one, this is another free ice pick of the week, Saturday and Sunday. The Minnesota Pops Orchestra is doing a show at Lake Harriet Band Shell. And Saturday is 7:30, Sunday it's at 5:30. I know one of our producers here likes to go to see the orchestra, and I like that as well. So those are my ice picks of the week. I'll recap them at the end of the show in case you missed anything. And one last thing, this is not an event that I can advertise for the public to come, but I will be going to a RSVP invite-only event that Red Bull is putting on Monday night.
Red Bull right there.
Yes.
We got it on set. We have some big fans on
Red
set.
Bull is putting on an event Monday night, and it's a very exclusive event. I've been fortunate enough to be invited to go, and I have decided to bring a viewer with me. So if you are
Somebody out there watching can go with
yes,
you.
so somebody out there watching right
When
now.
is the date?
Monday night.
Monday night.
We're going
Okay.
Monday night at
That's
9
fancy.
o'clock, so you will be my date, female or male. You'll be coming with me. You can bring a friend of yours with as well. I'll have one of mine with too.
So how does one of our
So
audience
if you're
members
watching right
win?
now, go to tweet at the ice pack, hashtag Red Monday Ice. And I think we'll be tweeting that out right now as well. So tweet at the ice pack, hashtag Red Monday Ice. and one of you viewers tonight, and your friend will be joining me on Monday.
All my friends, please do this. I would like to go to this event, and you can bring me as a guest.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to get on that guest list. Even Air is trying to get in that party. Like, I'm Air. I'm not on the list. Let me in. It's exclusive. Somebody do this. I want to go party.
Where is this again?
I can't say. It's exclusive. I can't tell you where it's
You
at.
can't even tell you, but you know, right?
I know.
Are you going to tell the winner when they contact whoever wins? You're going to tell them?
Yes, of course. I will let the winner know where to meet me.
I'm expecting my friends. Can you say the Twitter thing again, please?
Yes. Go to @the ice pack #RedMondayIce, and somebody and their friend will be going with me to a very fabulous party on Monday with free drinks and Red Bull.
Come on.
Wow. And you're not going to tell us, even though you know where it is.
It's top secret.
But this is going to be good. And you're going to be live tweeting and
I'll live
Instagramming.
tweet. Yep, I'll live tweet Monday, so follow me at Miss JD Style. So that's it.
Wow.
Ice picks of the week on the Ice Pack.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, what a great wrap up of the week. It sounds like there's a lot of interesting stuff for everybody in our viewing audience. And of course, if you guys are doing anything that we haven't covered, please let us know. We're going to put it up on our website, or we're going to be watching your tweets and maybe feature you next week. So stay tuned for that, because we're always watching all of our fans. Anybody joining the pack, we want to stay with you guys and make sure that we're glued in just like you guys.
Yes.
So for a complete list of everything that JD covered tonight, go to theicepack.com without a C, because we're too cool for the C. I don't know if anybody heard about that. But if you check it out, we will have a complete list of everything that JD covered here tonight. We're very excited. Also, when we come back, we're going to be sitting down with a very funny person. You're not going to want to miss this. Twin Cities funny gal. Miss Shannon's going to be joining us on the couch. And so right now we have a video comedy break by Miss Shannon herself, sponsored by Sorella Wine and Spirits in downtown Minneapolis. For all your spirit needs, please go to Sorella Wine and Spirits, because they help us out, provide all the great stuff that you see here tonight. So check this video break, and we'll be right back after this.
Like I said, my mom's crazy, so I was trying to make sure that I was a cool wife and was going to grow up and be a cool mom. But dumb stuff happens, like especially when I was like extra pregnant. I didn't want to be one of those stereotypical pregnant ladies that are all bitchy. So when I was 9 months pregnant, I told my husband, you know what, I'm good here on the couch. Go out with your friends, have a last little hurrah, I'll be fine. He's gone for 20 minutes. Then, like in the movies, my water breaks. He has to bring his ass home, take me to the hospital. While we're driving to the hospital, I notice my husband is weaving towards the median. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? He's like, well, while I was out, me and the fellas did a little experimentation. I'm an English major. That word doesn't mean what you just said. What the hell are you talking about? He's like, well, I knew I might have to come home, so we didn't want to drink. So Alex made some brownies. Right, those brownies, yeah. My husband's out partying it up with Betty Ganja Crocker. And my husband doesn't smoke weed, which means he's not good at it. So by the time we get to the hospital, the paranoia is kicking in. And he starts freaking out because of all the bright lights and the nurses buzzing around and the doctors. And on the night that should have been the most joyous, momentous occasion of our lives, all my husband could do is look at me and say, do you think the doctor knows I'm high? Like I said, my mom's crazy, so I was trying to make sure that I was a cool...
Now we are back, and thank you for joining us. Now remember, you can ask your questions throughout the show, so please tweet us, and we want to make sure that all of your questions for our special guests get included in our segment here. So without further ado, I want please to give a big warm welcome to Twin Cities funny gal, Miss Shannon. Everybody, hey! Hey, welcome! How you doing?
I'm good. All right, welcome. Oh my God. All right. So, all right. Are we dancing? Yeah, dancing.
Pretty good, right?
Dancing. I got it. You did not tell me that we were dancing.
Me either. I'm just not the answer.
Oh!
Yeah.
All right. I'm not touching anything else. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to be...
Free drinks. Free drinks.
kind of thing. All right.
Well, welcome to the show. Thank you for being part of it.
Are you still glad that you invited me down and I almost broke the stage?
No, we haven't spilled anything yet, so we're all good. We're all good.
No party fouls thus far, so that's all right.
So you were very busy. I appreciate you stopping by and hanging out with all of us here at Studio 24.
Thank you.
So this weekend you have a couple upcoming events, Friday and Saturday night.
Yes.
Tell
At
everybody.
the Minnehaha Comedy Club, I'm headlining, and I'm performing with a good friend of mine, Diane Sieber, and the very funny Joe Lovett are opening for me, and I think we're going to let G. Cole come down and do a guest episode.
Oh!
Which night? Which night?
Are you coming down on Saturday? You want to come down on Saturday?
Yeah. Saturday I'll be
You
there.
know, this is the problem. This is why whenever I offer him a guest set, he always looks like maybe he's a little too busy to take it. And so now I feel like I should pull it back.
He's got that Maxim event going on in his head. He's like, oh, Friday night, what do I get going on?
He's like, I go hang out with a water slide, or you could come tell jokes. What are you going to do?
I'm going to tell jokes.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Don't make me twist your arm or anything.
No, not
You
see
don't want
it
to
at
tell
all
any
because
jokes,
I
but
owe
no.
everything to Shannon. I don't have anything at all, but she's get 30% of my nothing.
Right.
Shannon made. She was like, "Hey, Greg, all right, stop trying to be funny and come on out and start
I
doing
do.
comedy."
Right.
You've kind of been, I mean, Greg
So this is
told
my
us,
mom, my calm mom.
He has,
Okay.
I will say, he has actually said this many, many times. I think you even talked about it on the show on our very first episode. He gives a
Thank
lot of credit to you, actually.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Jay.
Which I think he's actually more excited than all of us put together. He couldn't wait to have you on the show and talk about you and highlight you because you've been
That's very
such a
nice.
great.
No, I mean, I'm. You guys are all really good friends of mine, so I appreciate you guys inviting me down. So
No
that's really
problem.
nice.
So I have to ask you because I'm a big fan of you on Twitter. I think actually I learned about you beforehand on Twitter, and you can follow Miss Shannon at MISSSHANNAN.
Right.
And
Maybe.
that's not what I said.
Right.
Anyways,
No.
I think you guys caught that. If not, you check us out on Twitter. We got all the information. But Monday night, she was the MC for the preview party for Bachelor Pad 3 at 7 Restaurant downtown Minneapolis. Mm-hmm. And I just have to know, we have 2 Twin City cast members on that show.
And it was a glorious train wreck. I mean, now my good friend, so Amy, the owner of Pink Champagne, she's the one that invited me to come down and
Over at the West End.
Yeah, at the West End.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic lady. Now when she called me this weekend and said, "Will you come and MC this party for us?" I said, "First, let me explain to you. I don't watch this show. I haven't seen this show. Is that important?" And she said, "No." So,
As long as the check clears.
right, you know, kind of thing. And there's no check. There's no check. It's just train wreck. But if you haven't watched, now I'm a fan of the Bachelor Pad because it is so just good old-fashioned reality TV garbage. There's it's so just full of vacuous people. No offense to anybody.
It does help.
Giant offense to everybody on that show. Okay.
It does help
Yes.
that you have a couple people from Minnesota on the show. They really kind of
Right, and this is how bad it is. I know the guy. I know Ryan.
Yeah,
I didn't know he was on the show because I don't watch the show.
And you've known him for years.
I've known him for years. I didn't know.
And
Ryan
How's
Ho.
he keep getting all these TV stuff?
Well, and Ryan used to play for the Vikings.
Right.
Yeah, he tried out.
was on the Bachelor.
He was on the bench forever, but that's okay because League Minimum is amazing. I'll take that.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's okay.
Yeah, I saw him the other day.
Did you really?
I didn't know
So
he
he's
was
on,
on a TV
and
show.
then there's a female by the name of Paige.
Paige,
right?
who was at it. And so both of them were at the party.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
were both there, and that was great.
And I've known
Seven's
Paige
like
for
a-
years.
And so I mean, I just met Paige, and Paige and her family came out, and her mother was there, who is a very nice lady and clearly like a pageant mom kind of thing. So she's very, and I just inherently, when I meet pageant mom, I just get a little like, oh, let's fight, kind of thing. And so I was really mean to this lady. I was really mean to her. I just can't, that whole pageant mentality, I just don't get. I don't understand it.
Now, I don't know
And
if you
so-
know that JD was Miss
Of
Minnesota.
course I know.
Okay.
I know all of this stuff.
But
And we are
but I
still
didn't really
friends
come- yes.
anyway.
And I didn't really come from a pageant background, so I actually
That's
really
true.
relate to what she's saying. I mean, when I tried out to be Miss Minnesota, it was my first time.
Right,
so
right,
I mean,
right.
so I know that shell shock of what is
And
going
because
on.
they're so, you real conversation with them, and you start talking to them, and they start answering your questions in words that have no meaning whatsoever, and they just talk and talk and
Like
talk.
Al Sharpton.
Right, and it's like you've managed
Jesse
to have a
Jackson.
lot of content come out that had no meaning
You
whatsoever.
must appropriate.
Right?
Have you
I
watched
see
the
what time
Pageant
it
Mom
is.
show?
No.
It's horrifying.
Okay,
It
see,
is.
now I
I've
will
seen
watch it
Horrible.
because I find that whole thing just just interesting, and it just makes me harken back to like when you, Greg, you'll get this. Back when they used to like in slave times where they sit there and like check your teeth and put you on a block. That's what I feel like pageants are like for these
like
girls,
the
but they
NFL
volunteer for it. I don't understand.
So okay, you're watching a show.
I gotta relate to that. I guess you're right.
Right? Okay. See,
You're watching the show. You're hanging out with everybody, and you got Ryan and Paige from Minnesota on The Bachelor Pad 3.
And I'm sorry, spoiler alert. So Ryan makes it through the first episode, and and Paige gets kicked off.
Yes.
And you're sitting there, and all the drama's going back and forth. So I talked to her after she gets kicked off.
Was she
and
sad?
Like, she did look sad. And the line that I just was fixated on, she's like, I really thought I was gonna find love on Bachelor Pad and all this stuff. And I'm like, I just can't. And so I started picking at her like, oh, okay, well, you really thought you're gonna find love, so. Do you think, would you have done anything different? She's like, no, I just really appreciate the opportunity. And just, she's waving and she's doing all this stuff. And I cut her off at this point and I go, I'm sorry, that was too much for me. I'm going to go talk to your mom.
Yeah.
So I started talking to her mom and I
Paige
go.
is watching right now, so hi, Paige.
Well, I did it to her face, so it's not like it's okay. So, and I would totally cop to it because it was really mean. Because then I went to her mom and I started going, your daughter seems very Stepford wife-ish. Is that your fault?
Yes.
What a great question.
And her mom says, I don't know what that means. And I said, fair enough, and had to walk away at that point. And her husband tried to explain to her what a Stepford wife was, and I was like, this is what happens to you when you're a pageant mom. Kind of thing. How can you not know what it's...
So aside from hosting these viewing parties
And being mean to people.
and being mean to people, you are obviously all over the place doing comedy. Where can people catch you coming up in the future? What's coming up next? You got
So this weekend I'll be at the Minnehaha Comedy Club, and you can go to minnehahacomedyclub.com and get all the information there. And then the second week of August, I'll be at the House of Comedy at the Mall of America, so you can catch me there as well. Yeah, so.
What about August 1st? What about that? Is that something on?
August 1st. Oh, yes!
Yeah,
Are you doing that?
Yeah, I'm on there too. I'm booking
August 1st.
August 1st. Yes, August 1st.
Oh, you're going to be here next time.
Yeah, well, she'll be there.
With Alvin Herbie, and we're performing at the Comedy in the Pub in Eden Prairie. Is that that?
No,
Is
the
that
one
what are
in
you
Hudson.
talking about?
What's
Is
Hudson?
that already?
Yeah.
That's not the first.
There's so many shows.
That's
so
not the
booked.
first.
All right, well, it's not the first. Well, then fine. Then we're not even
Our
talking
friend
about
Tiffany,
next week.
the comic on
Tiffany's
Twitter's going to be
performing
mad
right
at us
now.
if we're like messing up a show.
But
and
Tiffany's
kind of
performing right now at the World Series of Comedy. So
Right.
the World Series of Comedy
At
is
the
also
Joke
going
Joint.
on at the Joke Joint this weekend.
So let me ask you, Greg. You're going to have all this information on the Greg Coleman Comedy on Facebook.
Yeah, I
You're
got
going
a
to have all the
Facebook
updates,
page.
so you're not going to confuse the audience.
No.
They
Yeah.
can find everything there.
Go to
Right.
your interwebs, facebook.com/GregColemanComedy.com.
And you'll get it right so that she can find
And
it.
I do have to give a shout out to Greg's fantastic orange pants because a friend of mine he
They're
actually
red,
tweeted
aren't
me
they?
that. I think I don't know. They're like-
I can't.
Salmon, yes. So
It's like
our
trying to
friend
get real
Chad,
Salmon,
he said
do you
the
want me
things
to
he was
run your leg
mesmerized.
again?
Okay.
I was going to teach you
Thanks,
how to
Chad.
use your calendar on your phone.
Yeah, I need to learn how to do that.
Yeah, because you could actually put, I don't know if you know this, but you can put in dates when you have stuff going
I
on.
used to have an intern and I kept him in my pocket. He just told me wherever to go.
Because now
all
you're
the time.
confusing me. I thought I had everything all
But
worked
I will
out.
say this, if you want a daily dose of comedy from a Shannon, follow her on Twitter. You keep me laughing all the time. Cyclone
Thank you.
Kid?
Yes.
This is hilarious.
Cyclone Kid.
Yeah,
So how
it's-
did that come about?
Originally,
Real quick.
so my little boy, he was for the first 3 years, he was the toddler tornado.
Yep.
Yes.
But then when he turned 4 this year, I had to upgrade him like a Pokemon. And so we actually had a discussion on Twitter,
Yep.
and then we came out with Cyclone Kid. So
I
now
love
he's
it.
been
I think it's
upgraded.
hilarious.
So I'm glad you like that.
I
because
do.
He is
I
quite
like
the
it.
amazing little disaster. So
Well, we appreciate you stopping by and hanging out with us here tonight. Thank you so much
it is
for
hot in
everything.
here, so thank you
Oh,
for putting up
it
with
is.
me. It's so
Yeah,
hot
yeah.
in here.
Here.
Yeah.
It was a little hot. We apologize for that, but again, thank you so much for hanging
You're
out.
welcome. Thanks.
So, just to recap what's happening in the Twin Cities, JD, just to remind everybody
Real
what
quick,
they
so
can look
we've
for.
got the Independent Filmmakers Awards are tomorrow night. The Twin Cities, the 7th annual Taste of Twin Cities tomorrow night as well. Then on Saturday, Big Time Rush is at the Target Center. If you want to go to a slip and slide and enjoy Maxim magazine models, head over to the Poorhouse Saturday night. I will be there. and Kari Fest on Saturday, as well as Minnesota Pops Orchestra both Saturday and Sunday. You can head to www.theicepackwithak.com, click on the What's Happening tab. You'll find my ice picks listed there with links for more info. And remember, if you have an event that you'd like us to cover, please email me, jd@theicepack.com, and I will be sure to get you featured. And also, don't forget, at the end of the show tonight, we will be picking one viewer and a guest to be joining me Monday night at the very exclusive Red Monday party. Tweet us at the Ice Pack, hashtag Red Monday Ice, and you'll be joining me at a fabulous party Monday night with free drinks and Red Bull.
Yes, and also don't forget Miss Shannon will be at the Minnehaha Comedy Club this weekend. I might even try to sneak in do a guest set. But next week is the fashion themed show here at the Ice Pack. So we got Glamorama that you're gearing up for. Everybody else is gearing up. Raul, yes, from Project Runway. Raul Osario will be right here in Studio 24. That's right here. So all that's going on next week.
Lots of models.
Tons of models.
Tons of pieces from Raul.
I'm pretty excited about
and
that.
we also have a sneak peek, so stay tuned to our Facebook page. Of course, we got a lot more details coming up next week on that before the show.
Yep, and we would like to make sure to thank our sponsors. Paul, the artist Peterson, has all his fabulous work is here.
In fact, you know what? Paul just sold one of the pieces that were featured on the show last week.
And he brought another one in tonight. There'll be pictures on our Facebook page and our Twitter page and our website of all of his different work. It's really awesome, and it
It's a lot of fun.
in here. Yeah, it fits in here so well. Also, Sorella Wine and Spirits and Behind the Scenes Fashion Store for setting us up with all of our outfits.
Yes.
Yep.
Glam.
And
our hair and makeup teams.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Who's your hair?
Neely Wydell. She does my fabulous hair and makeup every week. Thank you so much.
And I have Nan Grekoff, who does my hair at Tangles.
And then we have Amber on set with us, keeping us just
powdered and not shiny.
I don't know. It's pretty hot. She makes us shine, not shiny.
Can I give my barber a shout out too?
Yeah.
I got my hair cut in my bathroom. Shout out to my neighbor Justin who hooked up the line. Thanks, player.
No, we appreciate everyone that supports us.
Yep, and then 1323 Photography for all of the photos
that you see on the Facebook.
Yeah, on our Facebook page.
It's great.
Yeah.
Cool. And now, as always, you guys can keep the conversation going above and beyond this show, of course. On Twitter, check us out at The Ice Pack with a K, or on Facebook, The Ice Pack. We will have the entire show that's shown on Ustream on YouTube after the show tonight, so you guys can always check it out there. And make sure to share it all. We're always watching everything that you guys tweet. And, of course, next week we will feature some of our the people who've joined the pack, their tweets and Facebook posts on our show. So stay tuned, because you guys might be on the show too, to be included in the conversation that we have here at Studio 24. Thanks again for watching, and thank you for Miss Shannon for joining us.
Thank you.
And to everybody who is out there in Twin Cities, salute! Salute! Cheers!
Cheers.